Hello, I am live, so it says there we go. Excuse the mess in the background. I am going to talk about Gate 33. So, for the last month, Gate 33 has been a recurring theme everywhere I see Gate 33. And so, I'm trusting that this activation of my mind drawing me towards that gate. I'm going to put the music on. The microphone's a bit better. Is drawn from something that I've seen at some point, but I keep seeing the number 33. Like I start recordings, I start call, like it's just everywhere at the moment. Cat, get down. So, gate 33. This is me doing in real time what I would do for a read. If someone came and we picked a number randomly, or we tapped into a gate on their chart. So, gate 33 for me is active in my chart. It is a consistent energy. It is the direction that I am heading. So activated by the north node. I think it's only in my chart once. I'm just scanning to make sure that that's correct. Yeah. So it is north node, future direction. The high level words are retreat and privacy, which just seems such a contrast to what I'm trying to do at the moment. So retreat and privacy, when you're trying to promote a business, feels really counterintuitive. In front of me, I've got Human Design Circuitry by Richard Rudd, who created Gene Keys. Yes. And the Visionary I Ching Guidebook by Paul O'Brien, who has a beautiful deck of cards. I'm actually going to see just very briefly if gate 33 jumps out at me what the imagery is on that, because in this moment I'm looking for any insights. And this is how people often come to me. They're just looking for an answer, and often they don't even know what the question is. I don't know what the question is, but I know 33 is the answer. And so it's kind of like playing, is it Jeopardy, where you get given the answer and then you've got to work out what the question is. And that's what I feel like I'm doing. So sometimes people come with a question, and that's far easier to navigate because it is, there we go, 33, retreat. It's easier to find an answer to a question than the question for the answer. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Who says? All right, so gate 33, this is the gate. This is the image in the card deck. Let's put on the glasses so that I can see. Gate 33. So what I do is I start with retreat and privacy. Now, I've been pondering those words for about a month at this point. What do those words mean to me? And as I explore my map internally, and I probably need to do it externally, which I will do now, retreat is a sign of defeat, which instantly conjures a bunch of emotions in my system. Privacy is the opposite of public. Privacy is not for someone in the public eye. Privacy is something that was denied for me. I feel like privacy is the piece that I need to play with a little bit more so than the retreat. We're going to go to this book first, though, which is the other book. All worthy goals meet some resistance. Absolutely. All unworthy goals meet resistance too, though. So I don't know how much that lands with me. When negative forces predominate, a well-timed retreat can be a good move for keeping your energy up and allowing you to persevere. So instantly that's starting to collapse my map of retreat is about defeat. Retreat is the move to win. Strategic retreat is not to be confused with escape or surrender. This is speaking directly against that initial belief that came up for me. Nevertheless, a well-timed retreat may require quick and nimble movement in order to take up a new position before you are damaged by a current threat. See, the word retreat is not really capturing me. You are not admitting defeat by such action, speaking definitely into that limiting belief, or that belief that's not serving. You are not admitting defeat by such action, but increasing your options by preserving your energy and other resources. Sometimes it is necessary to slow down, let go, or move back to a better position, or move back to a better position move back to better position yourself for future moves or to draw an opponent closer. What comes up as I read this, other than a massive lump in my throat, is the cycles and the seasons and which season are we in. And I feel like I'm in a season of growth. I feel like I'm coming into like a season of spring, particularly with my business. And so retreat would be the autumn and the winter, not so much the spring. So I feel like I've done a little bit of retreat. Timing is critical, as is positioning and consideration of personal security. Skillful retreat is truly a sign of intelligence and strength. Periods of withdrawal or retreat call for a cool-headedness, so keep your heads about you. I love that it's the don't retreat out of fear or amplified emotions. It's that cool-headedness. It's not something to do in ovulation either, I'm guessing. So I'm definitely in like the summer of my menstrual cycle as well. Attend to details while allowing for enough time to contemplate the big picture and be creative in your solutions. Remember, not all progress follows a straight line, especially as a manifesting generator. Maintaining a sense of, which is not what the book says, that's my interludes. Maintaining a sense of self-confidence is essential. Small setbacks can easily become defeats if we're mired in self-doubt or self-pity. Am I mired? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Am I stuck in self-doubt and self-pity? Not particularly. A confident retreat can produce success. Okay. Waves of progress are short-lived. Strive to attune yourself to the up and down cycles of life. If you want something, allow it to come to you. Don't fool yourself into thinking that you can fix any situation whenever you feel like it. Some things are bigger than you. Hold your pride in check, and you will be better prepared to discover creative openings when they arise. So most of that's speaking to the retreat and the creativity. There's not much in there at all about the privacy. Gate 33 is not marked on there as to what the line is. And I've looked at this a number of times. One thing, if you're listening, what I find with the human design stuff is I have to keep coming back and engaging with it. So 33 is line 4 for me. And I just opened my body graph to pull that out. Line 4. By gracefully withdrawing from conflict, you will be able to protect yourself from humiliation and the enmity of others. Furthermore, you deprive the opposition of an enemy to confront, which is a strategic move in itself. To gracefully retreat in a heated atmosphere is not easy, but it does offer the advantage of upholding your integrity and grace, which can only be achieved by one of honorable character. It is only those who lose the guidance of the higher self who suffer. Rise to that occasion. Proper handling of a setback is an opportunity for good progress in the long run. All right, so we've got insights there. We're going to look in the book. What are we looking for? 33, 13, 74. So 13 is its counterpart. It just helps me find the page number. Page number is 74 for anyone playing at home. Gate 33, the gate of privacy retreat. People who need regular time alone in order to reflect on the past. Okay, so my future is found in my past. Yeah, I don't like that statement. We'll play with that. These people have the power to express the experience of the sensing circuit. However, they need to withdraw into their privacy in order to process their experiences. What is privacy meaning in this context? They are symbolized by the archetype of the wise storyteller, a person who can always share all sides of an experience, yeah, as well as show us what we might learn from it, yeah. The storyteller here is very different from the 56, which is more about the stirring up of others' emotions. The purpose of the 33 is to reveal the underlying secrets or lessons behind any experience. It's so interesting because I really struggle with that 56 and the emotional storytelling. So my husband has 5611 channel. There's a client who has the 5611 channel, and I don't speak stories that work well. And we keep coming back to, like, can you share an example of that? And I think it is that emotional example, whereas I don't tend to go to the emotions. The 33 is the I remember voice in the throat. These can be powerful orators, writers, and teachers by dint of their design. I wonder if that's by dint. What does dint mean? So I'm just sharing, this is how I explore. What does dint mean? Dint meaning. By persistent effort of their design, they have to understand that they are supposed to become more influential as they get older and mature their wisdom through many cycles. We keep coming back to cycles. Cycles is my life theme. Cycles is so much there. Without the 13, I have the 13, so that's almost irrelevant. But they can always share its experiences, but lacks the depth to learn from them. I can share my experiences, and I have the depth to emerge from them. Interesting. Okay, so looking up on the page, without a 33, they will keep the secrets to themselves. I suck at keeping secrets to myself. My 13 is obviously... these people need the 33s in order to remember and release what they have heard and taken in. Otherwise, the secrets may never emerge. So it's the sponge channel. I absorb. These people get to hear what others do not. If they wait, they will soon see that they are always hearing other people's secrets. I definitely hear between the lines. People naturally share with me. They are natural recorders of experience and history as they attract the sharing of experiences from others. Because of these gifts, these people often know more than those around them, even though they do not necessarily share this. I share this. I don't have a filter. What's the whole channel giving me? Every cycle, we're back to cycle. Every cycle of experience in your life will make sense in the end. This is what you are here to learn over and over again. The deeper you experience this insight, the more patient and relaxed you will come with the way things are going in the now. I'm definitely embracing that more and more these days. These people are here to pass on the wisdom of the individual experience to others. Their emphasis in life is to learn from hindsight and pass on what they have learned so that others do not have to make the same mistakes. So I'm still stuck on, where does privacy fit into this? For these people, the past is always important. All right, people with this channel often hear and know more than they let on. They can have a profound memory for certain information. I have a profound memory for models, frameworks. In an organization, they are the right people to ask if you need to know what is going on beneath the surface. Because of these gifts, they are often sought out as leaders. All right. What is the question that 33 is the answer to? I'm still coming back to that. The 12 profiles. I want the gates at the end. Oops. What quadrant are we in? The quarter of civilization. Quarter of mutation, the quarter of duality. What's the bet? Oh, no, there we go. The quarter of civilization theme. Purpose fulfilled through form. Purpose fulfilled through form. There's an essence of, it's through behavior, through action, through how we show up. Gate 33, where are you? 53 is development. That's one of my other gates. Gate 33. Okay, so this is giving me the crosses. All right. So I don't have all of these crosses. I don't have all the cross gates. Actually, I think I do have 2 and 1. Where'd that body graph go? I do have 2 and 1. No, I don't have 2. I have 1. I have 19. So I have 1, 19, and 33. So I have 3 of these gates. The left angle cross of refinement. People who know that it is not enough to have and protect a home. Life is enriched by making it beautiful. Beauty that heals. This is not my cross necessarily, but it's definitely there. 24, 44. I don't have 44. Pretty sure I don't have 24 either. Where does 24 live? Let's just go with Control F, 24. No, I don't have 24. 24 and 44 are both hanging gates for me, which is the right angle cross. That's the individual people who retreat to reflect on experience before sharing their insights, memories, or principles. I mean, if we look at retreat, if we look at the business stuff that I'm doing, I've done the retreat. I just took 2 years out of business. I retreated. I stepped back. I'm now coming in with fresh eyes, pulling up models from the past. What did ChatGPT say to me earlier? Where's that line? It's in an old chat. Doesn't matter. Where's the live stream gone? All right. What's coming up as I reflect on this a little bit more deeply is I've done the retreat. I can avoid the conflict by retreating. There's a couple of areas where that line resonates for me. And in a moment of privacy, I'm not going to share more publicly. What keeps coming through is what remains after that retreat that I keep getting drawn back to. So I took 2 years out of business, and what keeps coming back. So initially it was the discover yourself, the 3 Ps of self-discovery. Then the human design came back through, and now the smart business models is coming through. These are things that survived the retreat. These are things that were created, were set down, and now are coming back to life again and need to come back to life again. From that rubble, what remains will always be what's true. The line from Greatest Showman in From Now On. I think I'm still not entirely clear on the question. Let me look at one more insight in the books, and then we're going to move on to stopping this and moving to the transits. Retreat and privacy, active withdrawal, and the transformation of a weak position into a strength. Where do I feel that I'm in a weak position? I don't think I am. Yeah, interesting. All right, line 4, dignity. A lack of turmoil in retreat. Healthy retreat for regeneration. Is the light side. Forced to retreat and unable to see its regenerative qualities. Without the underlying faith in resurrection. So this is the light chart. The underlying faith in resurrection that turns retreat into an opportunity for renewal and regeneration, the healthy retreat for regeneration. And then on the shadow side, without the guiding light of resurrection, the inevitable dissolution that leads to degeneration. And coming back into business renewed and regenerated, and all of these frameworks that I've got. So the smart business mentoring, the create a home you love, all of that is coming back to life from a place of rejuvenation and regeneration. And then I lean towards Taki's regenerated channel, and there's how to come back from a dead YouTube channel and come back in from that space of rejuvenation. That's what's coming through right now. I still have no idea where privacy fits in, but I think there is definitely that creating a space that is mine, a sanctuary that is mine to be able to retreat into, and that this space, and I actually like that I've not got my virtual background right now because you can see that it's not quite sanctuary. We've got upside down shoes. The shoes are upside down because cats were playing with them. We've got the laundry behind me. We've got the ladder. We've got the wardrobe-y thing that is gathering clutter. And so I think what I need to do is beautify this space. So now I'm starting to feel the action and the momentum, the insights. So what can happen is we get consumed by learning and diving into our charts and not applying things. So one of the lines that I read out, I don't even remember where it was now. Let's see if I can find it to read it accurately. No, I cannot. But there was the making a home. It's not just to protect the home, it's to beautify the home. Beautifying my retreat space is what's coming to mind. And so having learnt that, now I'm up to the application. Now I'm up to putting that into practice. So that's me done for this reflection. I'm curious to know if you feel so inclined and you've got the opportunity to come into conversation with me in the community. What are you noticing in how I reflect? What are you noticing in how I approach the reflections? At some point I may just try and pull out a framework, but it's kind of the gather the logical stuff, acknowledge the emotional stuff. And I didn't do a lot of that out loud, but I did do it internally. There was the lump in my throat. There were a couple of other moments where I definitely felt things deeply, but I felt them internally. And then the core for me is that after you've done the reflection, what's one thing that you can do to put it into application? So learning, having and protecting the home, it's about beautifying it, which makes me realize why it frustrates me so much that other people don't have that within my household. So how do we make this a sanctuary? How do we bring this to life? So that's my application. You will see whether I do that in the next video. I imagine give me a week or a month to actually start navigating in here. I mean, the easy win is move that ladder out. I'm tempted to paint that laundry door so that I can close it. The PowerPoint's there right now. Pull the power from the other side, and then that door can actually get shut and the cats can go in and out, which works better for heating this space as well. There's a whole bunch of benefits to that. My point in all of this is the reflection is great. The application is where you'll start to notice the transformation. So reflection, application, transformation. There's the keywords for today. I'll pull them to the beginning of the video when I get a chance to edit before it goes out to the podcast. I appreciate you if you're watching, and I'm going to move now into transits. And if you want more of these kinds of conversations, you want an opportunity to have someone guide you through the reflection process, then join us in the community. I look forward to connecting soon. All right, end.